The Deltek Acumen Suite can be viewed as many things, but really it's all about one big and important thing: the success of your projects. Project success nor project failure happens by accident. Project planning requires a documented sequence of events, analysis of the plan, a risk and confidence assessment, project optimization, and frequent, concise communication. Without careful attention to each of these aspects, project success cannot be assured. The first step to using Acumen is to load a project that's been created, or even a plan that is presently in development. Acumen supports schedules from all of the most widely used project planning packages. I'm opening a project from Deltek OpenPlan and will quickly go to S2 Diagnostics to see how this project scores. We can see in the scoring ribbon that we predominantly have issues in the areas of logic, constraints, and lags. By drilling down into fields used in the scheduling tool or in custom fields, we can pinpoint the issues and get on the road to a greatly improved version of our plan. It's all about realism. If a project schedule has missing logic, is overly constrained, uses logic and techniques that aren't easy to follow, we're in the situation where the plan has unknown realism. That's not a great way to plan, and it's not a great way to execute. By improving the project schedule, both in the project scheduling tool and by leveraging Acumen's Schedule Cleanser, you can quickly and transparently create a schedule that's much more realistic and easy for the team to track and follow. While there's a wealth of capability in the S2 Diagnostics tab, there's charting, trend analysis, and over 300 metrics in the software, custom views, and even the ability to create your own metrics. There's other tabs in here as well. S2 Logic is where you perform a deep dive of the different logic types used, incomplete logic definitions, and where any path in the schedule can be automatically traced. S2 Benchmarking lets you compare your project to a database of known completed projects. This is a great way to see the success rate of projects that look like yours. Select the index, your industry or all industries, and see how your Fuse Schedule Index Quality score does or does not lead to project success. My project falls on the high side of the curve, meaning that projects with quality attributes similar to mine often do meet their targeted dates. The higher the score your project has, the more it starts to look like projects that succeeded. We're not quite seeing the future of your project, but you can review some strong and accurate predictions. While reviewing one plan is good, a plan with updates or revisions offers even more possibilities. Acumen's Forensics module helps you to see exactly what's going on between any two or more updates of your schedule. This detailed field-by-field analysis helps you to assure that scope changes are properly reflected, status is progressing as it should, critical items like calendars remain intact, and a quick look at activities going on and off the critical path. A quick glance across the fields that are changing and how many items have changed show us whether or not the types of changes you're expecting are actually happening, and as important, you're assuring that there are not unintended consequences to your daily, weekly, or monthly updates. Don't stop now because it's time for a risk assessment. This right here is great information. It's a listing of the threats to this project ranked by impact. All of those bars and segments, these are the intersections of threats and activities that are likely to delay the plan. This concise view tells management exactly where to focus mitigation efforts. Traditionally, arriving anywhere close to this information would take weeks of data inputs and statistical analysis. In Acumen Risk, the process is surprisingly simple and fast. First, the team calibrates uncertainty on various aspects of the plan. I'm setting uncertainty at a high level of the WBS, and I'm doing it by color, which is something everyone can understand. When you need to go to lower levels, you can, but only by exception. By building in risk assumptions at high levels of the WBS, we're saving time and eliminating the need to create a summary schedule. Once complete with uncertainty assignment, we're on to the project risk register. Here, threats, opportunities, and weather risks have been identified, each with a probability of occurrence and the likely cost and schedule impact if the risk does occur. While we could stop here, the next step is super simple and will drive us toward the risk impact reporting that we saw earlier. You click in an area of the project at any level of the WBS, and then click the risks that are likely to affect that area of the plan. It's truly that easy, and this mapping is getting us to information that you can use to make decisions about risk mitigation. Once you run the risk simulation, you can study different confidence levels of project outcomes here. You can review the impact of risk mitigations here, having Acumen recommend the optimal mitigation expenditures. You can even study risk-based critical paths, those paths that seem like they won't be critical until risks are applied to your schedule. And there's plenty of other reports available as well. Once you study risk, mitigate, and reanalyze, you're left at an important juncture. One, you can do nothing. You can be aware of risk, continue to status and update the schedule, and keep an eye on progress towards the goal. Two, you can live with a risk-adjusted schedule. This will arguably be more realistic than the pre-risk adjusted schedule. However, it may represent project completion that is not in line with customer expectation of delivery milestones. Third, you can use Acumen to mine your risk-adjusted schedule for opportunities. We have Acumen create a risk-adjusted schedule, and then we're often creating optimized scenarios that may just get us back on track. Acumen's 360 or acceleration module is very clever. Taking some input from you, it can then develop a scenario that shows how your project can be completed on time with the least intrusion to your existing project work. In this example, I'm asking for a 10% schedule recovery. I get the opportunity to cleanse the schedule, and you can take advantage of different selections to have 360 either hone in or exclude certain areas of the schedule from the exercise. The result is a brand new schedule. Over in forensics, we're looking for the red items in this column on the right. When it's red, Acumen is suggesting that we try to accelerate this activity with money, resources, or some combination. When it's blue, we leave it alone and we don't spend money trying to speed up that area. Basically, Acumen runs thousands of tiny acceleration experiments and comes back with the path to acceleration that is most beneficial with the least schedule impact. Finally, Acumen's dashboard helps us bring all of the information together. While the schedule and risk analyst will be working in the detailed screens of the software, the dashboard is the opportunity to assure the broader team that the schedule is sound and realistic. Buy-in is important, and the dashboard helps keep all levels of the organization on the same page. Furthermore, the executive briefing report helps bring a bit more detail to the executives. It's automatically generated, and it's a detailed and engaging narrative on the status and the quality of your project. We hope that this overview has helped you understand a bit more about the Acumen software. Feel free to reach out to us at any time, and our contact information is right here on the screen.